Oops. -5. Okay, so this is this green one on Desmos. I'm going to go down and I'm going to look. And I'm going to highlight all the important little points. Oh, that one blocked another one. Oh, these are all non-integer point, oops, non-integer point values. The most important one is that vertex. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing. Again, because I just have a 4 and a -5, I didn't stretch or compress my graph at all. So I just know that it just shifted right, or I guess left 4 and then up, I'm sorry, down 5. So I'm going to put my vertex where it's supposed to be, which is at -4, -5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then I'm going to draw out my parabola just like I would if I, 2, 3, 4, we're drawing it from the origin. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then there. Okay, that one's just going to go up like this. Oops. Okay, and maybe you even want to like, okay, so the vertex here is -4, -5. The graph shifted left by 4 units and down by 5 units. Okay, it says to try a few more and get your observations. And then it asks you for the vertex of each one and the shifts. What do you guys think it's going to be here? What is our vertex going to be for this one? So for example, in our orange one, we had +4 and -5 in our function. And that corresponded to a vertex of -4 and -5.
So would it be +1, -6?
Perfect. +1, -6. And so it's going to shift right 1 and down 6. Okay, so the number that's inside the parentheses is kind of doing the opposite of what you would expect. And the number outside the parentheses is doing what you would expect. And then let's see, someone else do this one. What should our vertex be? Brandy, you want to give it a shot?
Would it be -7, -2?
+2.
Positive.
So the inside the parentheses, we switch the sign, but outside the parentheses, it stays the same.
Okay.
And this one's going to go left 7 and up 2. Okay, so our conclusion here, so if we generalize this, so we put variables in instead of numbers, we use h and k instead of the numbers that we were switching out here, the vertex is always going to be -h, k. And the graph is going to shift left if h, so left if h is positive, right if h is negative, up if k is positive, and down if k is negative. Oops. And then it says, when you are writing the vertex, remember to flip the sign of the H value. Okay, what questions do you guys have on that? Any questions at all? Okay, we'll go ahead and fill out the bottom together. And then we can, I'll let you guys try it on your own. What time is it? It is 11:04. So we're gonna go to the bottom. And we have these variables at the bottom, okay? And so A is going to represent a constant. We don't really need Desmos for this part, so let me just expand the screen so you guys can see better. So A is a constant that stretches or compresses the function. Okay, so it's going to make it stretch it out so it's taller or flatten it out so it's fatter. H shifts left or right. Okay, and we went through this up here, but when H is positive, it's going to shift left. And if H is negative, it's going to shift right. And lastly, K is going to shift up or down. And it's going vertically. This one was horizontally. And if it's positive, it'll be up. And if K is negative, it'll go down. Okay, so there are several of these, and you're just going to go through and write out what it asks you to in each one. So we just did the shifts. Next, you'll do stretches. Then you will do, let's see, what's the next one? I think it's another form of, so the next two are kind of stretches and reflections. And then you'll do reflections of square roots, shifts of square roots, and then you're done. So I want you guys to try to finish this whole investigation today. It shouldn't be too difficult, and we will go over anything you need from it tomorrow, especially the conclusion sections. Not tomorrow, I guess, next Monday. So we'll especially go over the conclusion sections because these wanting you to keep and make sure you kind of have them as notes for reference. So what questions do you guys have before you guys head out?
So we just write it down, we don't turn it in.
I think that I am gonna have you, I think I have a place for you to turn it in. Let me check. Yeah, you should be turning it in just so I can see that you did it. Why did I click that? Go back. But I think that I might have it due like Friday. If we did. Here we go. Oh, I guess I should talk about the rest of your stuff for today. So the Desmos investigation is here. And I think that this is an activity, a place for you to turn it in. And that's a pretty big assignment, so your homework's going to be pretty short tonight. Yeah, so it's an assignment that you can turn in. And then your homework is just the next two problems on the EOC style practice. So hopefully, were those okay last night, the first two? They were just like multiple choice, so it shouldn't be too big of a deal. Try to show your work, but yeah, it's just the next two. So you just should be able to click on that, and then numbers 3 and 4 on the page. So that's it for today. It's just finishing this little investigation packet and then doing those two problems for homework. What other questions do you guys have? Good? You feel okay about it? Okay. All right. Well, I'll let you get to it since it's a pretty long assignment. If you have questions, feel free to stay on, but you guys are free to go.
Bye.
Bye.